Hi friends, how's it going? I wanted to talk about today's 111 portal. So I'm hoping this will find you sometime today. If not, the energy is going to last over the next couple of days. So it's really important that you take this information and this channeled message from the ancestors in your spirit with you so that you can usher in your new beginning. So 111 and having this new moon is literally all about starting over. Like, it's a brand new beginning. But what we also have to, sorry, I was eating popcorn. What we also have to remember is that, Scorpio is all about having a death and a rebirth. So if you are feeling, which I feel like many of you are when I tap into the energy, because I can feel it myself and it's like amplified when I tap into other people, that you're kind of submerging into old versions of yourself so that you can come out the other side and be a brand new version of yourself. Allow that to keep happening. Like, right now is the perfect time for you to also be bringing your largest manifestations to the forefront. Like, I know there's been portals in the past, but a 111 portal with a new moon and a transformational Scorpio is like literally the Hail Mary of now's your chance to finally remove anything that you've ever wanted to remove from your life. And this is definitely focused on generationally. Like, what is it generationally that you are wanting to break? Because the universe is saying, like, we're here to support you right now during this moment. So whatever you speak and command into your existence shall be. But in order to do that, you have to release the past, right? It can be old mindsets of worthiness, or it can be, old mindsets around poverty. If you're wanting to call in new wealth for generations to come and for yourself, it can be, your relationships and how you really show up in your family and how you've allowed people to be around you or haven't, right? Like, you could also be the type of person where you want to have relationships, but then you shut down if new relationships are brought to you because you feel unsafe. So it's like, what is it about those relationships that make you feel unsafe? And why do you feel unsafe? And are you ready to let it go? Mind, body, spirit. Like, this is a deep, deep time for transformation. It's also the perfect time to bring your literal ginormous manifestations to the forefront. And as I was mentioning on TikTok, like, the veil is basically gone right now, so the energy is flowing. So if you are wanting to do cord cutting, or releases, fire ceremonies, water cleanses, Haitian blue water cleanses, like whatever it may be, salt baths, now's the perfect time to do it because it's going to be very strong, like very, 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 very strong, and you will feel it. And like, Spirit also wanted me to remind everybody that it's okay if you're feeling a little bit tired right now, because the veil is like gone. Like, it's gone. And you are transforming. And sometimes when things are transforming, just like when you think of something cooking, there's energy that is being exchanged, there's energy being released, and there's energy being gained, right? Even if, like, you look at a pot and there's like beans in there or something, you know what I mean? I'm making chili right now, so I'm just gonna use this analogy. But the water is boiling, or the whole thing is boiling, and there's a release of steam and scents and whatever it may be, and then you also have the beans themselves absorbing water, absorbing nutrients, becoming something different, transforming into something that was once really hard into something that's more malleable and open and porous and nourished, right? It's being prepared. And you have this really beautiful pot of chili, right? So I think it was an amazing analogy. BTW, you're welcome to use it whenever you want. But this is that time for you, especially if you consider yourself to be a light worker or a healer who feels like they're meant to also be in the spotlight or be visible to the general public in a massive way, right? You have to be able to hold that frequency without being shaken, like without worrying, even if someone were to say something to you that doesn't align with your values. Are you going to be able to let it go? Can you still function within the energy of love and create peace in that situation? So remember that 111 today is a beautiful, beautiful time for new beginnings. It's a beautiful time also for new love. So if you are wanting to call in relationships or be clear about your relationship, visualize it, write it down, what you truly want. Like, I'm getting, like, I need to clarify, like, there's a difference between writing down what you want your person to look like, and then there's, like, the actual aspects of how your relationships work and how you want to be treated or how you want to feel, right? Like, right beyond, I want to feel happy. Like, right, I want to feel happy when I am in this person's presence because I know that they love and support me. I don't even have to question it because they tell me so often. Like, be specific, right? Or, you know, if you're wanting to build a family, right? Like, and as someone who's intersectional, and many of you are intersectional, maybe it's around safety and having stability and whatever that looks like for your household moving forward. And if it is around finances, because I keep getting a lot of financial things and like people wanting to have a softer life and being taken care of, then it's perfectly fine to write down, like, I want to be able to be with my children whenever I want to and not have to always work and be taken care of and be held in a container and have the freedom to also do the things that I love without issue, right? So be very specific, like down to a T, because the universe is the universe has their ears like this, and so are the ancestors, and they're like, the minute that you tell us go, we're gonna fucking charge. We're gonna charge forward with anything that you are wanting. So even down to your business, because I feel like a lot of you are entrepreneurs who have been working for a long time. Like, I'm not getting a lot of new entrepreneur energy. Like, I'm getting like solid entrepreneur energy, and by solid I mean like you've probably been around for over a year or like 3 to 4 years. It's like, stop doing the things that you don't want to do. Today's the day to stop doing the things that you don't want to do. And even if that means you have to create an exit plan, create your exit plan. Or if something's really stale and stagnant and it's not even moving, just cut it, right? Fully cut it. Get rid of it. I know for myself, you know, I was going through and just like looking at my expenses and I was like, I don't even want to do some of these things. At least not in this phase of my life, because I'm too busy and I need a different support system to be able to sustain that many things. As much as I do love them, but I don't want to do all of them. Like, you have to have these clear conversations with yourself of like, what is it that I actually want to do right now? And I'm getting that, like, for this transformation, make sure that you are checking in with your inner child, because your inner child is the most creative and most grounded and most like passionate energy within you that's going to fuel you forward and be able to generate the most amount of prosperity in your life, because your inner child functions from all of the frequencies that everybody's trying to tap into and trying to manifest from. They're contained within your inner child, which lives in you. So you having a really strong connection to your inner child, to have fun, to be in joy, to like go outside, to create random things, to like roll around on the grass, like all of these small things that were like, oh yeah, that would be fun to do. Like, go do the things. Like, today's the day, November's the month. So it's like, you want to see your manifestations come flying fucking forward. Tap into your inner child today and figure out what it is that you are wanting. And I'm getting that a lot of you already know what it is that you want and that you want to do, but you're like, just like, you planted the seeds, your plant is growing, you can see it, but you're like, am I going to be able to water this consistently? Do I even have a green thumb? Right? Like, do I need fertilizer? Like, all sorts, like, and Spirit and the ancestors are like, you ask a lot of questions, but like, you need to ask less questions and just like be clear about what you want. Because at the end of the day, like, your spirit guides and your team have it figured out for you in terms of like moving the pieces around. It's now just about you flowing in the energy of what you want to do so that they can help support you from the side, right? Because if you're stagnant and you're not flowing in any sort of energy and you're just like this little ball of worry, they're gonna be like, we don't know how to support you other than to get you out of this, so we're just gonna like pew pew like towers at you to get through your worry ball so you could like wake the hell up. And then your shields come down. I'm like such a nerd. your shields come down, and then Spirit's like, oh my gosh, yes, you need some fuel for your spaceship. We've got a whole crew back here ready to help you. And you're like laying on the desert, like, what the fuck was I thinking, right? And they're like, next time, just let us on board, and we can all drive the ship off into happy ending. So, and that's also kind of a lesson of like, let in help. Because many of you, I'm getting, have had to function on your own or be by yourself. And Spirit's like, just let in the help. Like, let us help you. Let us guide you. Just trust that everything's going to work out, even if your environment and your financial situation isn't what you want it to be. Like, it's all about energy, and it will come. And it is around you, and that's why you're likely here. And Spirit's just trying to push you into this next phase of your life, because your entire team is saying that they know that you deserve this. It's just a matter of you believing if you deserve it and embodying it so deep that it just becomes a knowing. Like, this is my life, this is what's gonna happen. There is no other possibility for myself. It's only stability and soft life and joy and helping the community and being an artist or being a guitarist, like whatever you want to do, or being a healer, or working in Dubai, like whatever it is that you want to do. They're saying like, you can have that life. Are you ready to choose that life? Now's the day to choose that life officially. So if there's anything that you've been holding off on, again, make sure you do it today. Like, if you are the type of person who avoids your finances, look at your finances, because money can't flow to you if you avoid it, even if it's like feels daunting, right? And it's like, if you want love, go towards love, experience love so you can recognize it, so you can receive it, so you can open that gate of flow with love as well. And if it's creativity, like, go be around energy that inspires you, whether that's at a museum or at a show or a concert or a movie. I'm gonna go to a movie because I fucking love fucking love movies, and I don't watch them enough. And I also studied French film and was a chapter president at my college for the French Honor Society, and so it was a part of me that I just shoved aside because I didn't have time for it. And now I've created time. So today is going to be 111 fun is what I'm calling it. So make sure that you are doing the same for yourself, so you can continue down the path that you are really, really wanting. Because I'm getting, for a lot of you, that you do have a lot of options and you do have a lot of possibilities, and you may even have what I was talking about the other day was the genius problem of being a creative or being an artist and having so many ideas that technically you could do all of them, but do you want to do all of them? And should you do all of them in this very moment is the question. Could you sustainably do all of them in this very moment? Me, I thought about, you know, like manifesting octopus arms, and that's just not gonna work. But it would be a fun comic. But I'm just saying, like, make sure that you are executing on things that actually bring your joy. Like, make a list of all the shit that you're doing and then rank it. Like, literally rank it in terms of like your top 3 things. Because I almost said take the list and cut it in half, but what I tell my clients is, with certain things, like, I tell them to make a list, especially if they're busy, make a list, cut it in half, and then cut it in half again, and then and then that's your priority list, and then you do 1 and 2, and then maybe you get to 3. Because people think that they can like do half the list, and I'm like, no, let's cut it again, and then you're just gonna do the top 2. And they're like, I was so tired after whatever, and I'm like, yeah, you thought you could do the whole list, but let's just cut down our work a little bit. So, and maybe that's something for you too. Like, maybe in the past you've overworked a lot, or you've like put in too much energy into things, into people, into family members, and now it's time for you to actually make that list for yourself of all the things you like, and then just start moving on it. Like, just start having fun with it, and again, being inspired. And today, since it's the first of the month, I also recommend blowing cinnamon into your house. Since it's good luck, you can put cinnamon into your tea. I have cinnamon in my tea. As you stir it, you can stir it towards yourself and say your money affirmations, and then put your energy into it and drink it as a meditation. You can also add honey for a sweetening spell. You can wash your hands with cinnamon and salt and do that. Like, there's plenty of tricks. I have a bunch on my TikTok, and I'll be sharing more generational wealth things. Another really good one is, you know, it's a Buddhist practice of putting your name on a piece of paper, along with anything that you're wanting to call in. Like, your name, it could be financial stability, it can be loving partnership or partnerships, like soul tribe, health, you know, fitness, whatever it may be. Put it on a piece of paper, meditate with it, and you have a bowl of water, and you add in your salt, and you mix it, and you meditate it, and you submerge it into the water, and you meditate even more, and just imagine that the blocks are being cleared away. So whatever you've written on that paper, that can come forward, and then you leave it to sit for a couple days in a place where it's not going to be disturbed, and then you can pour the whole thing out. I usually pour it out like either into the earth or into running water, and you can bury the paper or whatever. Just make sure that it's sustainable plant paper. But these are practices that you can do for today that's really going to open your paths. And if you are a hoodoo practitioner, you can, you know, work with a legua or do some uncrossings. I'm doing some uncrossings right now for relationships, because I just want the energy to be like cleared out. So I'm doing a giant uncrossing. It's gonna be for probably the next couple of weeks, because as someone who's a seer, I know when people's energy is around. I know when they're thinking about me. I know what they're thinking about me. I can feel their inner energy, good or not. And so I am clearing that all out, and then uncrossing myself in a few areas as well. Since I'm starting a new business, a really fun new business, which I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to share it with you all. But I needed to do some uncrossings from my old business and old mentalities, and driving myself into the ground, and, you know, for the love of liberty, me being me. So do those things for yourself. And I'm just a really fucking transparent person. Like, I don't believe that content creators should just share like random things for people without also sharing their journey. Like, we're ancestral, and the best way to share information is through storytelling. Like, it's so cultural to us. So hearing other people's experiences, even people that I look up to, like, I love when my mentors tell me when something is going on in their life, whether it's like, you know, difficult for them or amazing for them or just neutral, because it's like, yeah, you're a human and I will still look up to you and ask you questions, because then I know that you've been through something that I can ask about. And you know, for myself, like, if you're new here, there's many things I've talked about, whether it's been my bodily trauma that I've experienced, gaslighting, a lot of gaslighting, being in very traumatic family dynamics, being married to someone who was gaslighting me all the time, which I'm gonna make videos about, because that was it felt like prison. So I'm gonna like share more on that, like navigating the legal system, navigating hardships. Like, I've had so many hardships, and like having money and then having no money and then like bankruptcy, like all, like so many things. So it's like, I'm a firm believer of sharing everything that I can, so you also know that it's a safe space. I'm not just here sharing information with you and making it up, because there are content creators who like to share things, who I've seen just share things from other people's stories, but these are my own experiences and my own channeling from the universe that I've been asked to share to support you, and especially support spiritual people who feel things a little bit more differently than many other people in the world, because we're intuitive and we pick up on energy. So when someone lies to you, you're going to know about it. You're going to know about it in a completely different way. So when you experience someone who's gaslighting you, it's a whole fucking thing. Like, it's a whole thing. And then it's like, people wonder why most of us are hermits, because it's like, no thank you. I can hear your thoughts, you can keep them to yourself. So again, just take today's portal day as a day for you to reclaim your largest aspirations. Check in with your inner child. They're gonna be ready to build your fucking dream life. Do something for yourself today that gets you closer, right? Like, for me, I just finished new headshots and photography and had my hair done, and I'm gonna watch some movies, and I have my legal documents here, so I'm feeling like a very activated femme today. And even at the photo shoot, they're like, we're gonna do serious ones. They're like, pretend you're a lawyer and you know you're about to take someone out and you're gonna fucking win. You don't care like what they think. And I was like, how do you know me? So it's like, do something for yourself today. It doesn't have to be where you spend money, but just do something for yourself today. If you're a musician, sing a song. If you're a painter, paint something or draw. If you're an activist, do something wild, like watch Law and Order. I don't know, like what is it that you want to do? Sign up for, I just signed up also to be a sponsor for a Palestinian family and help fundraise for the Congo and Sudan through another group. So continue to move forward, and the universe will be there to support you. I'm sending you all lots of love, lots of hugs. You're gonna get through this, and it's gonna be really fucking fairy tale like on the other side. Which, by the way, someone said fairy tales don't exist, and I literally almost screamed. I was like, who are you to decide what fairy tale means to me? Redefine your own fairy tale. Food for thought, family. But I will talk to you later. Again, sending you lots of love, lots of hugs. Go be famous stars on whatever runway you want to be on. And just enjoy November. It's time to party, family.